Good morning, doTerra Dream Team. This is Balázs Heller from Spain, and there is Alexander and Annalise from Malta. These trainings which we record, we have only one purpose, is that sharing our experience and our knowledge, because the difference between you guys as our team and us is that we are doing it longer. So I think a good team leader, because in a way we are leading a team, we are team leaders, is that we show you the way, we show you the example, and all those mistakes which we've been doing, you can avoid it by receiving this experience we've been sharing. So that's why it's very important, even if you're not showing up, please just listen through the video. And if you have any questions, you are not here, obviously, those who are not listening with us live, but write down your questions and send it to us, because these are very important subjects which we are going to talk. Alex suggested so that we should talk about the topic success in doTerra, and my suggestion was that going a bit more wider into this subject, and I would say consciousness as a doTerra wellness advocate, because this is a topic which I think many people join doTerra without understanding what they are signing up for, without understanding what are the requirements to become successful, and that's what I want to go through. Alex, you want to share something before?
Yeah, beautiful. What I would like to share is I want to go inside the definition of success. So it goes hand in hand with consciousness. So if you are not conscious of what is your responsibility, it's not like you just when you have the idea that, I wish this product and I want to go to that shop and just buy it. This is different. Yeah, we are trying to build something great and not just use the products, but share the products and help the people through their properties. So let's go into that.
Annalise, would you like something to share?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to listen. I know that probably I've already did some topics regarding these success in doTerra and the requirements that one needs to do to be successful in doTerra. However, I want to kind of show that it is a journey, don't worry to anyone who isn't there yet. I mean, if you want to do it, you will get there. And enjoy the journey.
And Annalise disappeared with the video. Enjoy the journey, boom. So I think the first and most important, and by the way, Annalise has been in doTerra since, can you tell me when?
Just 1 year this month.
Okay, this 1 year. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Alex, you are started, I think, a month later than I did, something like that.
Something like that.
So which is how many years now?
Almost 2, right?
Yes. So we've been into doTerra for about 2 years, Annalise 1 year. So this is what background we have. And obviously we have a background of our life. So we all bring our own personalities and our own skills into this. And that is very important, that we need to be prepared in order that we understand what we are lacking, what kind of skills we are lacking for doing this business. Because in the end of the day, this is a business we are running and growing together. So the first question I want to ask, you should know the answer to, is who am I? This is where I always start any discussion. So if I don't know who am I, how can I do anything in life, right? So the first question is something that it's very deep and we can talk about it for hours. I don't have that intention, but I really want you guys to understand in this question of who am I, we need to know why we are accepted this opportunity to do doTerra. Because if I know that I am a soul on this physical journey, then I have a different perspectives also in the financial, the physical, material world. So if I'm a soul and my role is to share my light with you and with the world, then doTerra is a beautiful vehicle to actually share this light. Okay, so this is the starting point, that why I'm choosing doTerra and not choosing any other companies, which is also, you can sell many things and you can make a lot of money with many things. So for me, the first point is I am a soul on this beautiful journey. And the reason I've chosen doTerra, because the values, the mission of the company is aligning with my values, my spiritual values. I want to make a better world. I'm a light worker and I'm here to make the best out of it. And I found doTerra products, the essential oils, which are basically the gifts of God, pure, very clean, and very much like alternative healing properties for humanity for today more than ever. We need them. So this is a starting point. And the question why I'm going to do this have several layers. First of all, I like to do this because, as I mentioned to you, the company is completely aligned with my values. Second of all, we all need to make a living, and we want to make a living something which is actually contributing to the betterment of the world. So we know about co-impact sourcing, we know about healing hands, we know about the alternative healing properties of essential oils. We know about the owners of the company, and if you don't, this is also a missing link, guys, that if you don't know Emily Wright and her story and her vision, then you are lacking. You are missing very important, because you jump on a boat which is going to one direction, but you have no idea who is the captain. It's a big problem. You know, if I join something, I want to know everything about that. Where is it going? What is the mission? Why is it doing? It's not just about me that, you know, I need to sell and that's it. But I want to see the big picture, where we as doTerra family going together. And the third question, which I always ask, is how? Because if I know who am I, if I know why I'm doing it, I need to know how I'm going to do it, right? And this how question requires skills. So I pause right away because I want to make it interactive. What do you think, guys? What is the most important skills we as wholesale, not wholesale customers, but wellness consultants need in order to be successful? And I give the words to Alex first.
Yeah, the most important skill for me.
Let's see the top 5, because we can go for 20.
Yeah, I think my foundation, I'm speaking with myself about this, it's empathy. So what I do is I observe and I understand the feelings of someone who is in need. Even if I don't see him, sometimes I feel it, that eventually I use doTerra as an instrument to connect and help the person heal. So it's once I was already before doTerra like this, I just was lacking the instrument. It doesn't, it's like you don't have the tools to help someone, but eventually there is this need that you wish to help. So doTerra gave me this opportunity to help the people through their difficulties, whether they are small or big, and connect, not just to sell, but to create a community. So
Beautiful.
whoever is in doTerra, whether it's a wholesale customer, a wellness advocate, or even a retail customer, for me is a friend and it's part of the family. And I care, I really care.
Good.
So for me, that is one of the foundations that drive me constantly to every day be consistent in doTerra, because every day I connect with people who have problems. Problems arise every day, even to the same people sometimes. Sometimes they hurt their legs, sometimes they have a headache. There is always a problem.
So
So
consistency, we can say the second, which is important for you. Okay. What else?
So dedication.
Nice.
So we need time, and so it's important that now, example, I am holding this space for doTerra, for you to learn, for me to grow, and eventually, if I don't hold this time, how can I become? So it's important to you give space. You make personal research. You don't wait for your upline. You do. Okay, if I waited for you, Balazs or Katinka, it would be like I am still in a baby mode. So eventually I discovered most of the products by myself. I didn't have no trainings apart the life coaching you gave me, which I thank you. And eventually I discovered most of the products by myself, and I tried them by myself and I share them. So that is why there is the LRP system, why you should focus on 1 to 5 if you want to make a business, because you want to gather all the opportunities that I give you. So 1 to 5, the 3 products of the month. So I always target 1 to 5 at least, and always also try to include orders for people every month. So whether it's in the family, as friends, or someone who I just met. Okay, I have someone coming in at noon now to give him the blue, and eventually he also has sinus, and so there is this consistency, and once the people get to know you, it's inevitable, right? It's a chain reaction. So
Good.
it's important. Yeah.
So if I sum it up what you said, you mentioned empathy, you mentioned consistency, which is required in anything we do in life, dedication, which means that we need to dedicate effort, time, and so many other things from our energetics and our everyday life, if it's important. Wherever our attention goes, our energy flows, as we know. And then you mentioned number 4, self-training, self-education. So this is something that we learn till the end of our life, if we are open to learn. Because many times what I see, people as they age, they stop learning because they get tired of learning. I was always thirsty for knowledge. It's a curiosity I have within myself. If I want to learn something, it's exciting and I want to grow. So this is so important that you dedicate time as well to your training, self-training. You mentioned knowing the products. So knowledge of the products themselves. How can we share if we are not knowledgeable enough about the essential oils? And this is doTerra's greatest mission, that every household have essential oils used in the world. This is a great mission to remember. And then you mentioned commitment with LRP. LRP means Loyalty Reward Program. doTerra wants you to use the products in order that you have experience, and to share the products in order that others have experienced through you, and that's why you are getting paid for, basically. So commitment is very important. And the seventh, which you mentioned, is sharing. I always tell to my kids, sharing is caring. So why we are sharing it? Because we have a great experience, and we are not afraid that, oh my God, what if, if he thinks that I just want to sell something. No, we just offer them, and we are offering solutions to their health, mental, physical issues. So we are healers in that sense. We are, in a way, therapists, giving something out of our hands which we know helps them. And if I don't see that, and if I'm afraid to share, then doTerra's mission cannot be fulfilled. So, Annalise, what are your skills which you think?
So my top are being a good listener. Of course,
Beautiful.
you won't know what products, what the other person needs. So you need to listen well. Also, you have to be open-minded, because people won't always agree with what you are saying. So you will need to be open to what anyone's opinions might be, and you have to be okay with it, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is not for me, but it's for other people also. A good team player. I mean, we're in a team, and it's good that we have also good communication skills. Because without communication, without letting our partners know what we are feeling, what we are doing, I mean, a team can only go back if there is no communication. And the last one, I may say, which is always being yourself, because when you give your own input, new ideas will arise, and sharing, if you do it in your own way, will be even more natural, and you don't have to stress it out to actually do it.
Beautiful. So these were 4 or 5?
5.
So I think I missed one, but let me sum it up. I always like to sum up. First, you mentioned good listener, which we
Yes.
already talked about, very important. Open-minded, which is inevitable to grow. A team player, which is, I think, one of the most important, and what makes our role so much different from any other businesses is that here you cannot be successful. The whole commission and the whole structure of being paid for your work is based on how amazingly you're managing a team underneath you, right? So team player. 4 is a bit, I think that was the 5th, being yourself, and there was one more.
Good communication.
Good communication. That's why I didn't write it, because that's what I wanted to share. So very, very important. I also wrote down mine. I wrote number 1, leadership. Leadership is something that we need to learn. It's like when you become a father, you become a leader of your tribe, in a way. We need to be responsible for 2 little, or how many children you have, 1 little soul, and that requires a new role. Those who become parents know exactly that you need to gain new understanding, insights, new skills to be able to manage another person in your life. So this is the same thing. doTerra is like another type of family, where if we don't learn how to lead our people and take care of them, unfortunately, they can get lost, just like your children. So the question is, did we learn this? Because we need to learn things. It's not something naturally come. So we have those beautiful souls in our team who building their businesses because they decided, they are called builders. But it's not enough if I sign up people. Your business is not going to last, or blossom if you just signing up people and you're going from one new signups to another. Why? Because your new enrollees have no idea what to do. So we need to maintain a very deep connection with them, knowing what they are missing, what is the important of building a business in doTerra, and learning all these leadership skills, which actually, while I'm giving it to you, you need to pass it on. This is called duplication. In any multi-level marketing business, if you don't learn how to duplicate, you won't be able to success. It's not about you are leading your team and you are the leader, everyone is listening. You need to teach your team members who are builders like you to be leaders too. So this is like, in a way, as I said, duplication, or in a way, it's like passing on the knowledge. So actually, as my upline role model, Cody says, you're actually need to train better people than you are. More the key is to train your team members to become more successful than you are. So that is leadership. Communication, as Annalise mentioned, is inevitable, because if I am not able to communicate the power of these essential oils, if I'm not able to communicate to my team members, then unfortunately your business cannot grow. The third one, which I think Alex mentioned earlier as well, when he mentioned dedication, I use the word perseverance, persevere, because there will be many times, many months, especially in the beginning, everyone says this, in multi-level marketing, the first few years are much tougher than later on, because you are creating the foundations. You are like a rocket, which when it shoots up, or a spaceship, which goes up to the moon, in the beginning, when it starts the launch, it takes huge amount of power that it can shoot up, and you can see how slowly it starts, and then it becomes faster and faster and faster. So here, as I already mentioned many times to you guys, here we are not anymore in an employee mindset, which I sit in, I fasten my seatbelts, and I do my 8 hours work, and I paid for my work the same amount every single month. Here you start with nothing, plus you need to invest time, energy, and money into LRP, into the products. So actually you start that you are just inputting and you don't see right away the output. So that requires what? Faith. This is another great quality, that do you see yourself successful in 2 years time, in 5 years time, in 10 years time? Do you see that your business is going to be 20 people, 30, 50, 100, 300? Because if you don't see that, it's not going to happen. It's a teamwork, but it's something that you need to trust and have faith in yourself, that this is your little baby which is growing, you know. So that is perseverance and trust. And the last one, which I mentioned, is entrepreneur mindset. This is something you never learned from the school. Probably if your parents are not entrepreneurs, because those are the kids who learn from their fathers, mothers. But if your parents are not entrepreneurs, it's something that you need to learn. It's something different. I needed to learn. My parents are not entrepreneurs. So it's a completely different mindset than being an employee. I started my career as an employee. I worked for multinational companies. But for me, it was very much painful to be an employee. So there are people with their personality that they are more have the tendency of being an entrepreneur mindset already. There are people who are more like employee mindset people. But does it mean that for the rest of their life they are going to be employee? No, because this is a skill we learn, you know. So, and doTerra is such a safe environment where you have your leaders, you have your team, you have your friends around, because you choose who you want to work with. It was my choice that I wanted Alex to work with me closely. It was Alex who chose Annalise. So we are in this amazing company, which allows us that we choose who we want to work. Alex.
Wow. Freedom, liberty, you know, and not in just choosing people, but in choosing time, place, where to work, where to live, where to do this job. So it's not like you have a fixed time. You need to wake up every day at 5 and go at 6 times 5 days. You can be flexible in doTerra, and I believe everybody needs freedom today. And not just for the physical activity, because everybody says you need exercise, but there's no time for it, but also for your mental health. So if you wish to make your day as your day, in doTerra you can. And for me, success is having yourself in good health every day. In good health, meaning physical, mental, spiritual, right? So with doTerra, we don't just focus on ourselves, because many people today focus on just, I'm going to have so much money, so then I will relax forever. No, I will not sit on a chair once I succeed in doTerra. I want to continue, because my intention is to grow and grow and grow. And it's not about the money, because I have other intentions, what to do if I reach that goal. But eventually, why should I stop helping people? Why should you? So it's important that this is something that it's not just about you in doTerra in succeeding, but everybody which is in your downline and in your upline, okay, is going to succeed with you. So when someone enrolls, you know, there was someone who told me, no, I don't want to enroll, I just want to buy. And I told him, you know, if you wish to gain better, you should enroll, in summary, okay? But not just about that, but you know what? I wish to thank everybody in the team. Thanks to you, because this is not about me. This is because Balash enrolled me, because the people above him enrolled him, and I am want to support the team below me. So once you enroll and you go out of the retail mindset, you are giving thanks to the team, right? Yes, Balash, you wanted to say something. It's mute. It's muted, Balash.
Sorry, just before I go, I wanted to give the words to Annalise. Maybe she wants to add something or say something.
Regarding success,
Regarding anything which comes into your mind, don't limit yourself. Or ask, or even ask. It's all good.
I mean, I believe that if we ask each other what is success, we will all have a different response.
Yes.
Because my success is not your success, and your success is not my success. However,
your success is my success.
however, in this journey, I was going forward.
Okay, sorry.
We are in a team, and basically, yes, if we push in the same direction, and we do at the same time our own thing, because at the end we all have the same purpose in doTerra. We will have our own successes. And as you said, yes, my success will be your success, and your success will also be my success, because we are ever growing. Basically, what I wanted to say also is that we may always be strict on ourselves to do better. And sometimes we might say we are not doing enough, or we might say that we keep putting ourselves down, you know. And what I wanted to say is that it's better if we look what can be done better to do this journey, instead of thinking about the negative things. You know, if you didn't do enough, it's okay. There's always time to do better. If maybe you want to help other people, you still have the chance. Maybe that is your success, to be a better self, so you can be better to other people. And I think that is the main thing that basically I am working on, because if I am better, I will be better for other people. This is why I also came for this training, because I am always keen to learn, and I want that my downline also has this training. Maybe yes, they will see the video, but I still want to follow up and actually have a discussion with them, you know, because there's always a chance also, even if we don't speak about doTerra, to get to know the other persons, what they are going through and how you can help. That's all basically.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You know, I think success is a general word in everything. When I used to work in cars and I had a car project, I wanted to succeed in having the greatest engine in Malta, okay? A special one, a particular one. So, and I succeeded, right? In my opinion. You know what? Why we don't succeed in certain things, like doTerra? Because we are busy trying to succeed in something else. And so I could still have be in the garage and trying to make something much better than it was before. But what I did, I left it there and I stopped. I paused for that time, for 2 years now, and I started this journey. So the point is this: success, with all what we mentioned, that we need time, perseverance, and all the virtues to reach that, you need to let go something. You cannot put doTerra plus all the wannabe successful things. If you are trying to do that, you are not going to succeed in most of them. Once you focus on one, it's more probable that you are going to succeed in that. There are many beautiful things in this world. I want to do them all, you know, spirituality and all that is related to God is beautiful, but you need to balance, and you cannot focus everything in, you know, you need to choose. There is a choice. You cannot be everyone, every specialty, you know. I can do many things, but eventually you need to choose what do you want to be today. And today I choose to be the representative of the term. That is my success for today. Yes, Anna.
Yeah. Not everyone is the same. Everyone needs to do their choice, their own choice. Maybe if you did that, it's good for you, but maybe it's not good for everyone. I mean, everyone does his choice at the end, you know? I mean, if they want to focus on everything else and they are managing, why not? Of course, since we're in a team, what matters is that when we actually are putting the effort together, that we are present, that we are actually doing it. So if, example, for this training, you got to prepare for this training. I was a guest. I wasn't the teacher. However, if I'm going to plan something, of course I will need to give time to plan. This week I didn't have to plan, so I could have focused on something else instead of doTerra. However, if I'm going to plan something, of course I'm going to put my energy into doTerra. And I mean, I think that's the beauty of this journey, because as you said before, Alex, this is flexible. The best is that if we work as a team, then we know when to put the energy and when we can not lack that, because I don't really like that word, lacking in your energy. But I mean, if you have other priorities, family, health, which, as I said, the priority of each and every one of us, as I think personally, should be in bettering ourselves so we can be better for other people. So if, yes, I need time to focus on something else, why not? If what matters is that at the end, when we are meeting up, that we are present, that we are actually giving the energy, that we are actually learning, that we are sharing. I mean, that's what I think. Everyone has his own opinions, but I don't think that one can't be successful in anything. You know, if you want to focus on this, you will get there. If you want to focus on this and a million other things, you may take longer, but you will get there if you really want to. So yeah, never give up. And everyone does his own thing. But since we're a team, we have to do it also together. Have
Beautiful.
a good weekend.
I haven't finished. We haven't finished yet.
because you said that you're going before you're going.
Okay.
No, before I want to share, I wanted to hear both of you. That's what I just said.
I can only stay till 10 today.
Sure,
So
we finish at 10. We have 11 more minutes if it's okay.
yes, no problem.
And I thank you so much for your contribution to basically, we went into defining what it means for you guys to be successful, particularly in doTerra. I love quotations, and there is one, actually a few, which I love regarding success. Pele, I always go into sports when it comes to, my background is sport as well. So Pele said that what is success when he was asked, he said, success is no accident, it is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do.
Many failures also.
Exactly. So hard work means that perseverance, which we talked about, you know, that you show up every day. Like when I was doing gymnastics 13 years, I devoted 13 years of every day 3-5 hours training. Doesn't matter if it was Christmas time, it was this time, that time, I always needed to train to keep my physical performance in a good state. I had maximum 1 week of holiday every year, but while I was on holiday, I needed to train as well, not to lose my physical performance. So this is just something that I really love Pele's quote. And also, if you know Napoleon Hill, he's also amazing inspirational speaker. He said, patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. So we did not talk much about patience, but that is extremely important to be patient with ourselves and with our clients. Because when we are hungry for success, and I know that probably very well because I'm, I was always very much goal-oriented in my life and hungry for success. We really easily get into this, I need to succeed, and you get very much tense in this. Now, doTERRA is exactly the opposite, because when you get tense, people feel that. When you want to enroll someone and he is not enrolling, you get upset and they see and feel it. So patience is when you talk to people, and it's okay out of 20, if only one will sign up, because you never know the other 19 when they are signing up. Concetta has already signed up 2 people who I already talked to a month ago, a year ago. Laura, who just signed up right now with Concetta, I talked to her. She was she did my yoga teacher training, and talked to her several times about doTERRA. And Concetta reached out to her because her friend as well, Concetta. And now Laura was ready. She was right. So she was asked to join at the right time. So this is what it requires patience. Can I go on and then you ask?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So what is very important, Annalise mentioned, is self-belief and hard work. Just like as we usually say, it's not enough in a sport that you are, you're very talented. Cristiano Ronaldo, if you ask many people what made him where he is not just because he was talented, because Messi is probably much more talented than Cristiano Ronaldo by being who he is by nature. Talent is given or not, it's God-given. But what you put in hard work, it can not override, but strengthen those talents which are hidden within you. So this is the same thing with doTERRA. I remember when Alex started, and I know his difficulties when he started this journey. And look at him, how he has amazing communication skills. He's given talks all the time. He's reaching out to people, and I felt that he said I'm not good at selling and talking to people. So the other thing which is important is preparation in success, because many times we just go into something and we keep on doing it, but we are not doing it right. So we get disencouraged and we quit. Why? Because we didn't do the right way. So preparation is very much, I think it's like 90% of the success, and 10% when actually you are doing what you prepared yourself well. And doTERRA specifically, if I ask what it means to be successful in doTERRA, answer is which ranking you are, because this is measured by your rankings. And your rankings are very specifically designed. What are the requirements to reach there? So it's very important that we understand what are the requirements to, in most of the time I ask everyone to go to focus on Premier. Premier ranking is where you start to make a passive income, where it's stable. And we need to learn, okay, what does it mean, Premier? Because this is just a word. So if you understand that you need to have 2 strong legs of minimum 2000 OV, altogether 5000 OV, then I need to look into that and prepare, because the preparation which we discussed in doTERRA is also important. We need to prepare our family tree accordingly. We need to learn about the compensation plans, the power of 3. We need to learn about the unilevel. These things, if we don't know, if we are not aware of it, we are just blindly trying to do things. So very important from the beginning to have a structure in doTerra. And one more thing before is we mentioned already, Annalise mentioned that be positive. So focus on the goals, guys, not on the obstacles. Because do you see many times we think, oh, I cannot do this because blah, 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 blah. So we justify our weaknesses. We justify why doTerra is actually not the right company for me, why this business is not going like many times I feel that, you know, I did there is this called neuro-linguistic programming, which I did the training with the person who developed it many years ago. And it's so important how you speak about your beliefs. Whatever you say, it becomes your reality. That is neuro-linguistic programming. So we really need to be conscious. And I tracked Alex, right, in this time. He said, it's not about the money. It's not about you. So it's not about just you. But remember, we cannot separate you and us. It's about you. It's about the money as well. Because if you say, I'm very bad with money, I'm not interested in money, then you already have a blockage. We all need money, and it's all good to make a living out of doTerra. You are blessed to make a living from something that you are actually making a better world with. So when you are working and making a living, is it that what you want to do for the rest of your life? Is that what you think you can contribute to the betterment of the world the most efficient way? Because that's why I quit the whole business world and went into becoming a yoga teacher and studied 5 years at university to become a diplomat and learn 5 languages. Then I quit because I said, this is not the best way for me to make a difference in people's life while I'm living this short-lived earthly life. So I became a simply guy of a yoga teacher and training people to become a yoga teacher.
Yeah.
So I give you the word now, Alex.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I want to end this with,
Yeah, we have 1 more minute, so I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I gave you 1 minute.
yeah. So what I wish to say is this. I didn't start immediately. I was just, okay, I'm going to buy this. I like the aroma, whatever.
Yes, I remember.
Yes, yes. And eventually, I think everyone needs to find a drive. A drive why I am doing this.
Remember, this is how we started.
Yeah, why I am doing this. Keep on asking it and repeat it. Why I am doing this. And you know what? When I continue to repeat this, I understood. You know, I think I need to go somewhere else. And when I see, I live in Malta and I see how it is developing, you know, and for those people who have children, they don't see a future here. So the idea is that with this investment that I'm doing with doTerra, and that is why I left everything for this, because I am not just investing in myself, but I am investing in my family and the people who truly need it, because the people doesn't need any cars or racing engines, they need health. And health is not just physical, but emotional and mental. So that is the drive, the greatest drive I have, that I want a better world for everyone. And I can be anywhere for my children as well. So once you have this drive, why I really need to focus on this, why it's so important on everything that Balash, like Balash said, he learned so many languages, and eventually it's not like you do like that, right? It's so much effort, and then you decide to let it go. It's hard, of course it's hard, but eventually once you realize it's not the right way, you need to go the other way, that is the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this beautiful, nourishing session we had. I wish you guys that we continue with other topics. I have several topics to discuss, I think, with together. So let's keep on shining.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.